there. It's a little windy where I'm at, but I wanted to like start here and give you guys a view of what I'm looking at. I had some errands to run today, so as the information that I'm about to share with you guys today was coming through this afternoon, I didn't have the time to stop and put it all out there. So I did write some notes. I went about my afternoon, and then it turned out to be such a nice afternoon. I was halfway to the mountain anyway, so here I am at the top of this mountain in Connecticut. We are just starting to move into the phase of fall. So some of the leaves are starting to change. It's a little bit of an overcast day, so you don't really... Oh, look at that sun. This is like one of the spaces that I come to when for sunset, because they're just absolutely amazing. So I'm actually going to move to a little bit of a different spot because of the wind, and you guys cannot hear me, please let me know. And I'm actually near the police academy, and they're doing some practice down that way. So the message of today's video is it's along the theme of the video that I did last night in regards to the ways that we hold ourselves back or shrink or hide or, not fully show up. Or really what last night was about was how there's this struggle that's happening within you where there's a part of you that wants to come through and there's a part of you that's holding it back. And so this is just one of those aspects that I thought might be useful to share to help you get a perspective of how another angle you might be holding yourself back. So, you might have these experiences where you piss people off or you trigger them, or they just get triggered by your presence. Or, we're all energetic beings, so it's really not, you can feel it. You can feel when people are, I'm just trying to get a good angle here. You can feel when people are, there we go. I don't know, that there's discord in the energy between the two of you, right? And so, hey, Tim, and everyone else that's showing up. You know what? Let me grab my notes because there's a few points and there's a few angles to this. And, let's see. So don't let this stop you from being you. So you trigger. And so what happens is when we start to have the experiences where we trigger people or piss them off, there's a human part of us that doesn't want to be rejected. We want to belong. We want to, we don't want to be dismissed. We want to be a part of things. We want to be liked. And so on a either conscious or subconscious level, when we're feeling this energy from other people, we tend to shrink back. We hold back. We're afraid to be too happy, too thin, too rich, too in the flow, living too loudly or more expressively or whatever. And so we tend to pull ourselves back. And so how that starts to show up in self-sabotage, not following through with the plan that you put together for yourself, not sharing that blog, not sharing your message, not starting that business that you want, not starting that, not putting yourself on a online dating site, whatever it is. It's, start to look at if some of the actions that you are not taking but know you want to be taking, take a look and ask yourself, what am I afraid of? And it's going to take some honest inner exploration. And I'm going to share at the end a little bit more how to, let me see. I hope this is working. Am I still live? Let me know if you guys can hear me, because I don't know messages. Oh, I'm inviting people. Just somebody give me yeah, you can hear me. This is coming through okay. Because this phone is popping up. Oh, thank you very much. Okay, so what we do is at the end of this, I'm going to share another little exercise that you can go a little bit, love you too, Anne, a little bit deeper in this inner exploration and liberate yourself from these self-sabotaging behaviors, these patterns, these cycles, these inner fears. And so the thing is, so I want to share a story with you guys. And, you know, some of the stuff that I share, you know, it's life experience, it is professional training, it is experiential. But this story I want to share, do you guys want to hear it? It's personal, but it's like so prominent. Thank you, Matt. You know what? I'm going to tell you anyway, because you're here. So, gosh, this was probably, I'm going to say like 20 years ago. I remember being around some people and I laughed. I have a very boisterous, my friends who know me, even some of my clients will know I have a very boisterous, loud laugh. And one time something had happened and I was laughing and my mouth was like, ah, ha, 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 ha. I can't fake it. It just comes so naturally. And hopefully this isn't bothering you two guys too much, this light. Sorry, guys. I had to take advantage of this day. So at that point, I'm laughing and this person says to me, you laugh so loud and your mouth is so big. And what I did is I stopped laughing. I stopped laughing. And it was like almost like cutting off a body part of mine. Because it's, now that I've reclaimed it, it's a really big part of who I am and my personality. I know that it's an energy transmission when that's happening. I know that there's this like really beautiful, authentic vibration that comes from that, and it shifts things that I can't even see. There's many times in my professional healing, in my personal healing sessions, where there is laughter at the end of it, like uncontrollable laughter, because it's also a way that we move energy. And so when I claim that back for myself, just a laugh, I claimed part of myself back. And so it's like when we're moving through life and we have these fears about, you know, other people being hurt or disappointed in themselves because we are who we are, or they get pissed off, or they don't like us, or we don't belong, or we're rejected, we come up with these behaviors that keep us small, and it splinters off parts of who we are. And so right now, guys, and if you're showing up to this video, you know there's a part of you that's ready to claim more of who you are. And that's what we're doing. And so, take a look, like I said, like what are the actions that you're not following up with that you know you want to be doing, and just ask yourself, what am I afraid of? Who am I worried about? Saying hi to everybody. Hello. Okay, so now here's the thing. Okay, so there's twofold to this process, because it's really what we're seeing is what twofold. What we're seeing is their response to us for us being ourselves, and our responsibility is to decide whether or not we're going to work on that, transmute it, like not let it bother us, like really just like not let it hold us back anymore. But just know that when that is happening, it is about them. And it is them, the other person, the other people, seeing something within you that they cannot claim for themselves. So rather than, take a look in, they reject you because they're also rejecting a part of themselves. Does that make sense? Yeah? Give me a thumbs up. Hey, you here? And Bueller. And so that's one piece to it. The other piece to it is it doesn't feel good for them. And take this for yourself too. If you find yourself pissed off at other people, or other people trigger you, this is for you too. What's happening is they don't feel good because they know deep within themselves that what you have is possible for them, but they're holding it back themselves. So rather than taking the inner reflection and doing the work, they project it out. And that's really how we see some of our wounds and where we're blocked and what our cycles and patterns are, is we see it outside of ourselves. So take what I'm sharing in this piece as like for you as well, like taking a look at how you might get pissed off at others. And so the thing is that when you have this thing that this person is denying within themselves, it is like kryptonite, and people will push you away, and they they will not let you belong. And the key is to not take it personal, because we can say, oh, this thing is happening to me, or we can say this thing is happening for me, right? And so in my instance, it was like that happened, and I chose to close down with my laugh and my smile. But once I reclaimed it, more of me was available in so many different ways. Not just the way that I laughed, but like this essence of me came back. And so I'm intending in this transformation to inspire you to reclaim any part of the essence of you in any way that's been splintered off, that's ready to be reclaimed. So the second part of this twofold is, okay, so the first part of that is like they're not claiming something within themselves. Oh, thank you for the love. Thank you, Matt. And the second part to this is that you still have a belief within yourself that there's something wrong, not good enough, you're too much, not enough, you're not safe, you're not worthy. So that's how the opposite reflects back, is that now you're seeing this experience through them, a part of you that you are believing in yourself. So let's see, what did I believe with that laugh? Yeah, I mean, I could say that, I was something along the lines of too much. And so I closed it down. And so when you heal, transmute, recognize, be present with this part of you that's calling for your attention through your external experiences, you are then can claim that essence of yourself back. Follow me so far? Thank you, Matt. Let me just see and make sure. Okay, so, and then what happens is that once you reclaim that essence of yourself, that piece of yourself, any part of you that you've like pushed down, denied, or hid, then you stop attracting these experiences. Someone could get, someone may still get pissed off at you or triggered, but that's the thing, we play these roles for each other in life. And so the key that that you're not no longer wounded, or you've reclaimed the parts of yourself, is you're no longer triggered by the experiences of somebody else getting pissed off or triggered by you. Right? Follow me? Yeah. And so, here's the I know I said twofold, but there's like a third piece to this, or just like an adjunct to it. So if you're not aware of the shutting down, the pushing off a piece of your essence, what happens is that we can start to get involved with the drama of the situation. Why doesn't this person like me? Why was I not accepted in this group, or kicked out of this group, or why did they end this relationship, or why don't they want me around, or whatever it is. We can start to get involved in all the drama around that, and that's what I would put in the bucket of distractions, is that now all of our focus is like, why isn't this working out? Why don't they like me? But the truth of it is that they're really pushing you to claim this piece of you that's been splintered off. And when we start to go down that path of trying to figure out like what this thing is like outside of us and trying to resolve it outside of us, we actually take our focus off of what we're really meant to be doing, which is, aligning with our joy, perhaps focusing on a loving relationship, creating a happy home, building a business, a new exercise routine, building your wealth empire, putting yourself out there, and, perhaps even just going to a yoga class by yourself. Like, we hold ourselves back in so many different ways. And so the key is that if you take what I shared earlier and go within and see, okay, You know, what is being triggered within me? You know, you're not going to go down that drama trail and get distracted, and then you'll get you'll get back on your path. Let me see if there's more to share about that. Yeah. So what will happen is we may, you know, move through a situation or experience, or have this, and then have the understanding what it is about for ourselves, and then it might happen again with someone else or the same people or another experience, and that's where we'll know if we are beyond it, if we're not taking it personally or going, you know, putting all our energy and trying to resolve it outside ourselves. All right. So let me look at my notes. Do you guys have any questions while I'm here? Oh, I have some people here. Okay. Okay, so here, yeah, this is the important piece. Because when we go into that drama, we're really diverting our own attention from being the fullest expression of ourselves, just on another level. And when we're not being our fullest expression, like, we're really just hurting ourselves. You know, we think, you know, it's like, you know, we think that if we are, you know, smaller, or don't play full out, or, you know, just own who we are around others, that we are, you know, I don't know, preventing someone else from having pain. But the thing is, we're taking it on. All right? I mean, if they're pissed off, they're triggered, that's their stuff. Everybody's entitled to their feelings. It's important to just know, like, how does it make me feel? What is it bringing up within me? And so, you know, and like I said earlier, these people are a part of your tribe. They're a part of the agreement that you have. You know, and when I always say, I talk about this, is that, you know, life is for you. And so when these experiences are happening, they're really just happenings to claim more of your truest essence. So, you know, when this happens, I'm grateful for it, because it's like, okay, thank you. You know, you're being shown, I'm being shown a part of myself that I didn't even realize was, like, splintered off. Let me see. So what I was saying earlier, let me just see. All right. And so what happens is, you know, so don't hand your power over to the whole thing. Okay. Go within, because that's where your power is. And I know it can, like, feel uncomfortable to look at these vulnerable parts of us, or the wounded parts, or the parts of us that are, like, been holding this victim mentality in place. But that's, you know, that's where your power is. Because the thing is, you can't change anybody else. You can only change you and how you respond to you. And if we take a look again, it's a gift. They're showing you where you're not owning part of yourself. So let's just say this happens. You're triggered by them being triggered, and you're ready to really understand what this is about. So get present, like, you know, through the situation, like, step back and just check in with yourself. Like, why am I, you know, what am I feeling? Write out all of your feelings. I mean, some of it could be like, you know, anger, frustrated, vengeful, stress, grateful, blessed, because some of these times when people dismiss us, it is a freaking gift. So write out all of your feelings. Just write them all out. Have no judgment, whatever they are. And then just go through that list and see, you know, what stands out for you. And you might be able to see some of the feelings and emotions that have been a pattern through your life. And I believe that people come into our lives in order to help us reclaim the parts of ourselves that we splintered off, and let go of the things that we're holding in place that are keeping us from being our fullest expression. Yeah, that's all I got to share. I throw it down, and hope you're picking it up. Any questions for me? Anything you have to anything you want to ask or share? You know, I will add that this is a big piece of my work, and I offer sessions and programs, because what happens is sometimes I do my work on a consistent, within a program, within multiple sessions, is because we create these personalities, these behaviors, these ways of going through life to continue to belong and be loved and be liked. And what happens is that as we start to, release or get to the core of what the pattern, the cycle, the belief is, that part that has been held in place to belong, to be liked, to be a part of, to not want to get rejected, hangs on really freaking tight, really tight, and will fight and will reject. Sometimes we don't even realize that we're doing this to ourselves. I offered you a couple of exercises. Hopefully that'll help to get some clarity and some guidance. But as an intuitive guide, it is my strongest gift to go in and see like where the block is, where the core is, where the pattern originates from. And what's important to know is that in my work is that it's not about where you're stuck or where the wound is, where the pattern is. The people that come to me know that there is more ready to come through them, and they are so tired of being held back, and they just want to be able to fully step into their life, their gifts, their love, their abundance, their health. Whatever that looks like on the outside, but it starts from within. And that's what we focus on, is the vision. What is the ultimate vision? What is it you truly want for your life? And I can see that. I can see the truth of who you are and the path to get you there. We don't focus on the past so much. What happens is as we go towards the light, the things that are in the way, the cogs in the wheel, the bumps in the road, they will pop up. And I address them energetically, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically. That's why I call myself a holistic mystic. All right, so what do you guys have to say? Oh, Matt, I am so glad that you bumped into this tube. Thank you for showing up, my friend. It's been a while, and I'm so happy for you and the path that you're on in your life right now. Who else is here? I don't even know. There's a few people. Oh, Stephanie, you're amazing. Thank you. I hope this helped. My intention when I pop on these things is, energetic transmission, inspiration, give you guys some tangible things. The one thing also I want to add is I am creating a group. It's going to be reasonably priced, and it's going to be along the lines of this stuff: energy, alchemy, empowerment, deeper relationship with yourself, radical self-love, and it's going to be experiential, it's going to be channeled, it's going to be inspired. So, for those of you that are, interested in understanding your own rhythm, want to understand more about energy, trust the process, and know that it's experiential, this group is for you. And so some more information is going to be coming out with that very soon. So check back, send me a message, email me on my website, kellyanncorey.com. Let's see, you helped me. Matt says, you helped me at a dark time, won't forget it. Oh, my friend, I am blessed to have been a part of your journey then. So thank you. I know you're rocking it, man. I did. Yes, you had the courage. I just shine the light, Matt. You had it. It was there all along. Stephanie. Yes, Stephanie. I definitely want you to be a part of it. So I'm going to unplug and finish a little bit of this walk and enjoy some of these trees. Being in the woods is part of my soul nourishment, to be surrounded by the trees, to be in the fresh air, to be on the mountain, to be sitting on this rock right now. And how cool is the technology that I get to be able to show up and serve in the woods on a gorgeous day. I'm feeling super blessed, and I'm so grateful for all of you that showed up, and for all of you that decide to watch this on the replay. If it was helpful, or if you know anybody that will be supported by this or inspired or is in a stuck place, please send it to them. I'm super grateful for that. Word of mouth is really how I do connect with a lot of my clients that are ready for transformation. Heather says, thank you so much. So glad I was able to watch, especially right now. I'm glad that you're able to watch too. I'm so glad that you caught it. I know there's a lot going on right now. There is. And, I'm here to make sure that nobody gets stuck. And, those parts that I talked about before, those parts of our personality, they're really fighting hard to stay in place, because in their way of being, they feel like there's so much loss if they were to let go of this, this guard, or not allow them to, or to be seen, feels very, very scary, and even can feel like death or annihilation. But it's really the annihilation of the ego. And what we have to tell ourselves is that and keep focused on, is what it is that we really want, what our, where our inner GPS is going, what our heart's desires are. And yeah, so that's why it's a culmination of things that happen. And, now is the time. Now is the time for us to all be shining. And however that looks, we're all on our own journey. And if you're feeling uncomfortable, there's a part of you that's holding something back from yourself. So just get it out of the way. Let's say Matt says there are some warm fuzzies going on right now. I know, I got warm fuzzies too. Seriously, like energy is my language. Just like people speak French and Spanish and Italian. Energy is my language. I mean, that's how I just see it. I feel it. And so even from the distance, I feel this. So, oh my gosh, I love you guys so much. And you are meant for more. And you know it. And you're worth it. And you've only got this one life. And time to step up and own it. So I'm going to sign out. I'm just checking in with Spirit to make sure there's nothing else that it needs to come through. Yeah, what comes back through for all of you is to sink into your heart. Sink into your own heart. Feel your heart. Feel your own heart. Sending you love.